am your girl, Joy Randall, writer of Undiscovered It Girl. I'm just getting the vibes right. And Sunday, turn down service, 4:30 on Sundays. It's our time to come together, do a little skincare, talk a little skincare tools, do something beautiful for ourselves, and commune in the spirit of beauty. This is our movement um, to be in practice of consistency because we all need consistency to get to our goals in life, especially when it comes to anything about our physical appearance. So I'm just getting the vibes right with a little Palo Santo. And I am walking my talk today. I feel really good. It's been a very restorative weekend thus far. We still got a little more Sunday to go. But I just did the breath work class. My peoples here in New Orleans, Selah. And I will share their posts on my Instagram in the IG stories, but they had done a breathwork class on Thursday that I had been meaning to get to. You know, we all in the hustle and bustle of life. And Sunday is really my time. Like, it is my time to do those things for myself, restore myself. That is just my own commitment to self. So I made sure that I did this breathwork class right before I hopped on here with y'all. And beautiful, beautiful experience. We did the breathing techniques and also tapping because I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it wrong because I don't remember what the technical term is, but it's about tapping to kind of help release um emotions and things that can be stuck. And there were some amazing affirmations that we did as well. And that was just such a necessary experience. Um, I'm just putting on a little oil because we always start with facial massage here with Turn Down Service. And I'm going to use these clear quartz buttons today. Nice and cool. I'm always talking about my TMJ right here. Um, but yeah, that was a beautiful practice to do right before pouring into not only myself but others because this is a community experience and I could always hop on, do these things at home on my own and not share. But that's not my movement, you know? I do genuinely appreciate, everyone who shows up for this experience, weekly, who takes the time out to check it out, to give me any feedback, and furthermore, use it as an opportunity to show up for yourself as well. Clear quartz is all about clarity, and these just getting some blood flow going. It's been a sleepy weekend for me. Um, just restoring. I find these days more and more too that because I do work a lot with social media, I really need time to unplug, like completely unplug from the algorithms for a while. Like, I just need time to kind of like not think about that, not be stimulated by that. Um, so I tap out. I really do. Um, and it's been nice. I mean, I needed it more more than anything, more than usual today. So there's really not, I mean, there, of course, is a method to doing this, but at the same time, you can't really do it wrong. You just want to make sure that you're always taking things down into this lymphatic channel. Once you kind of get this blood flowing, getting the fluids going and moving throughout the face, you want to make sure that you're pushing those toxins right down into the lymphatic channel so they can flow out naturally. It's going to help take a little puffiness out of my face. Um, Everything is rooted and stimulated in the blood flow under my eyes too, which actually still feels really good. I wanted to share that this is 4 weeks since my little hair. Salmon sperm facial, which means that we are seeing the optimal results. You know, we need a few weeks for that cell turnover to happen with the skin. And it's really, yeah, about 10, well, about 4 weeks, 4 weeks to see those real results. And again, I'm really, so you can start to see that it's getting rosy right here. That's what we want to see, baby. That's what we want to see. Um, I'm feeling good about the results. Um, just to kind of reiterate some things that I said last week, you know, it's a serum that we put in with microneedling, and microneedling is one of my favorite treatments for brown skin when it comes to anything anti-aging, pro-aging, as I like to say, because there's nothing wrong with aging. I think that's a beautiful thing. It's a privilege. Um, but we want to age as well as we possibly can. And so I feel like it did kind of pop out these lines where, you know, if I would have smiled in the past, they just kind of stay. They would stay. It's popped up that collagen that I was looking for. Um, as we get older, we stop producing that collagen naturally, and we have to do a little more to stimulate it in the face. So it definitely gave me that. I think it has really smoothed out the texture. My pigmentation is something that I've accepted a long time ago and don't really worry about that much anymore. A lot of that has to do with hormonal fluctuation. Um, and it comes and goes. But in terms of what it did with smoothing out the texture of my skin, I think it's done a beautiful job. So I would definitely do it again. I did have some purging throughout the process. Um, this is actually feeling so good. I think I've been doing it a little too long. But anyway, um, did have some purging throughout the process, a little flaking, just normal reactions to the treatment. But overall, loved it. There's nothing serious, you know, that I went through. You know, no burning, no big peel, no big flakes of peeling, anything like that. I have to grab something once I can. Um, so again, the treatment itself was painless. S- It more so vibrated than it did. I felt any pain from the actual needles. Short and sweet. Well, it's just a good treatment. I would totally do it again. So we're getting ready to go in as cleanse. I'm gonna show you the cleanser really quick. We've been using this one for a actually I'm gonna change. I'm going to switch it up because we are doing it's it's fall. It's fall now. And so I'm starting to incorporate more moisturizing products back into my routine. This is the Ultra Calm Cleansing Cream. I did use this probably earlier on. We started Turn Down Service. I love a cream cleanser in the cooler months. And probably would use this cleanser more so in the evening. And I'll probably go back to that Melody 3 that you just saw me with in the mornings to do more of a deeper cleanse. But our products really get to soak in at night. So I want to wake up nice and moisturized. Plus, this cleansing cream doesn't have any actives in it. Um, which is not good to use active everything all the time. Sometimes our skin needs a break, and especially after I've done a treatment like that Salmon DNA, this is a great cleanser to keep my results up. No need to overdo it. I was able to get the newsletter out this week. I hope you guys got a chance to check it out, a chance to read it. Um, again, just talking about the fact that some of us have really, really been committed to doing the best things for ourselves. And sometimes that can feel like you're living on a whole nother planet from everyone else, considering everything that's going on in the world right now. Um, and hell, maybe we are. Maybe we are on another planet, but I like it here. Um, you can create space for yourself in the world, to become who you want to be and release, just like, in that breathwork class I just did. We're talking about, accepting, the highest version of ourselves and the blessings that we're receiving right now. And a lot of us have, whether we talk every day or not, you know, we're connected. I always say solo together. We're walking this path solo, but we're walking it together. And we have been doing the work. So we're deserving of the blessings that are coming in. We're also deserving of meeting people along the way who are in alignment with that. This is the Naturium retinaldehyde. As you can see, I've been using the mess out of that and still really enjoying this product. Um, Again, it's been 4 weeks, so it's definitely time to be using the retinol again. Retinol is going to be one of these products that help me sustain my results from this treatment. And I'm going to use the Barrier Bounce. Love this serum. That's kind of a lot, but so it's actually like a moisturizing serum that restores your skin barrier. It's not like a heavy lotion. Um, it's hard to describe the texture of it without you actually feeling it, but I love this product. And my routine is pretty simple. Um, I'm not doing 50 steps. I'm not doing any math today. This is just the regular routine. And this is going to continue to soak in throughout the evening. You see me putting just whatever product is left onto my hands. That's always a good shout. Keep the hands looking nice and young too. Probably could do a little bit under the eyes, but I'm gonna keep it simple today. Um, I don't know why I'm feeling really led to share this message, but I will just say what's on my heart. Um, it is fall. It is fall. The seasons are changing, and two things actually. One is perfectionism is something that, for me, it has perfectionism fell away from me a long time ago. And I've been in practice of just showing up for myself in imperfect ways for quite some time. Don't let perfectionism be something that keeps you from allowing whatever needs to fall away, like whatever ideals that you've had. Some of us have, had the same goals or the same idea of relationships or marriage or kids or whatever it may be. You've had that ideal in your head since childhood. And sometimes it's just time to let things go and welcome in what is, because there are blessings that are here in the present. But if we cannot allow ourselves to be present enough to be in gratitude, about what's happening right now, um, you're always in the past or you're always in the future. And that can be a very miserable experience. So be willing to let things go. Be willing to be imperfect. Be willing to allow new things to show up for you. This may be your season to rest. Nothing wrong with that. Not every season is going to be um vibrant and full and up. Sometimes we need to kind of retreat and go in and do the work. Just like I was saying, I unplugged this weekend. Um, Sometimes you really it's 444 on the clock. 4 is my number. That is a confirmation. Feel free to let me know if this message was for you. But yeah, I've never done any messages like that during one of these lives, but it happens sometimes. Um, that's what I feel like somebody needed to hear. Somebody needed to hear that today. Let it fall away. Don't ever feel like what's in the past was the best for you. Don't feel like what you have right now is not good enough. And continue to keep doing the best things that you can possibly do for yourself. And I guarantee you, if you're like, Joy, what does that have to do with skincare? It does. It has everything to do with skincare. Um, can't talk makeup without talking skin. Can't talk skin without talking health. Can't talk health without talking emotions. So those things do show up in our appearance. And you keeping yourself on your highest vibration, is a part of that process. Okay. So, as always, I love y'all. I hope that you continue doing the absolute best things that you can do for yourself. Ever have any questions about skincare, about life, whatever it may be, this is a community. Feel free, drop me a comment, drop me a message. It's always welcome. And I will see you again next Sunday, God willing. Hopefully, just a little more rested, little more rested. All right, y'all. Take care.